Everything in 1 presents Windbreaker Chapter 10, Breaking the Chains. Welcome back to Everything in 1, where every chapter reveals a new layer of the story. Today, we're diving into Chapter 10 of Windbreaker, Breaking the Chains. In this pivotal chapter, Haruka faces a challenge that isn't just about physical strength, but about freedom. He's not just fighting to become the strongest anymore. He's fighting to free himself from the expectations and chains of his past. Chapter 10 opens with Haruka standing at the edge of the school grounds, the wind brushing past him. It's almost symbolic. The world around him is calm, but there's a feeling that something is about to shift. The quiet before the storm. Haruka isn't in any rush. In fact, he seems perfectly content with the stillness, or at least he's pretending to be. What the students around him don't know is that Haruka is a man on the edge. He's pushing against more than just his classmates now. He's fighting against a life he's been trying to escape.
The next challenge.
A rivalry rekindled. Things start moving when Haruka is approached by Yuji, the student who's been quietly observing his every move. Yuji is not just another face in the crowd. He's someone with a clear agenda. You think you're the only one who's been fighting for freedom? There's always someone stronger than you, Haruka. Yuji challenges. His words are biting, and they immediately strike a nerve. The tension in the air rises, and we can see Haruka's eyes narrowing. Yuji doesn't just want to test Haruka's strength. He wants to test his will. It's the first time Haruka has faced a challenge that's not just about fighting to become the strongest, but fighting to remain free. Yuji understands this struggle, having been trapped by his own set of expectations. But unlike Haruka, Yuji has embraced those chains, using them to fuel his power. Haruka's reflection. As the challenge approaches, Haruka's mind drifts back to his past. This isn't just a competition for superiority, it's a contest of wills. Yuji's challenge feels like a mirror to the battles Haruka has faced before. Fights where the true opponent wasn't the enemy in front of him, but the person he was forced to become. This chapter gives us a deeper look at Haruka's mindset. He's constantly weighing his choices, trying to keep his resolve intact while dealing with the ghosts of his past. Freedom is no longer just a goal. It's become the reason for his existence. Haruka doesn't just want to be the strongest. He wants to break free from everything that's held him back. The expectations, the memories, the fear. The duel power versus freedom. The inevitable confrontation takes place on the school's track field. The tension between the two is palpable. Yuji moves with a fluid, almost calculated grace, his power radiating through every movement. Haruka, on the other hand, is focused, not on how to win, but on how to break free. They clash. Yuji's attacks are fast, controlled, precise. He's strong, but Haruka isn't just reacting to power. He's countering, observing, and waiting for the right moment. Every punch, every movement is calculated, but Haruka isn't looking to win through brute strength. His fight is for something more elusive: freedom. The battle is intense, with each fighter pushing the other to their limits. Yuji taunts Haruka, trying to break his resolve. You're nothing but a puppet, Haruka. You think you can run from your past? You can't escape it. The turning point. The turning point in the battle comes when Yuji lands a solid blow, knocking Haruka to the ground. For a brief moment, it seems like Haruka is out of the fight, but then something shifts. Haruka's eyes flash with determination. He doesn't get up because of pride. He gets up because he's learned something in this fight. The chains that once held him down are no longer a part of him. With renewed energy, Haruka breaks free from Yuji's hold. It's not just a physical escape, it's an emotional one. The fight ends with Haruka landing the final blow, but not out of revenge. He fights not to prove something to Yuji, but to prove something to himself. He's no longer bound by the past. The aftermath, a new understanding. After the fight, both Haruka and Yuji are exhausted. Yuji, surprisingly, doesn't show animosity. Instead, there's a strange look of respect in his eyes. You're different, Yuji admits. I thought you were just another guy trying to escape reality, but you're fighting for something greater than that. You're fighting for yourself. This moment marks a change for both characters. Haruka has earned Yuji's respect, and in return, he gains a deeper understanding of his own journey. Yuji, who once saw Haruka as just a rival, now sees him as someone on a path he can relate to. A new day dawns. As the chapter closes, we see Haruka standing alone once again. The sky is streaked with the first light of dawn, symbolizing a new beginning. The battle with Yuji wasn't just about proving who was stronger. It was about shedding the past and embracing the future. Haruka has won, but more importantly, he's learned something essential. He can't be defined by the chains that once bound him. Closing thoughts. Chapter 10 of Windbreaker marks a critical turning point for Haruka. In this battle, he didn't just fight for power, he fought for freedom. This chapter shows us that strength isn't always about how much you can take or dish out. Sometimes it's about breaking free from the past and deciding what kind of person you want to be. Join us next time at Everythingin1 because Haruka's journey is far from over and the challenges ahead will only grow more intense. Would you like to continue with Chapter 11 in the same style or adjust anything here? Let me know how I can assist further.